Hello everyone, it's Noel from Noel's Nook, and I'm back with some random nonsense. I wasn't sure what to put out for today's video. I had a number of ideas, but ultimately I decided on a simple watercolor. I wasn't even sure how I wanted to color it, just that I wanted to use pink as my main color, so I wet the entire thing, but as you'll see, I focused mainly on the hair. The Dr. P.H. Martin's Radiant watercolor line doesn't seem to fan out or feather much when you put it down. Instead, it likes to stick in one area unless you move it a bit with your brush. So, real talk now. I've been in quite a slump. I don't feel like drawing, even though it's one of my resolutions this year to draw in my sketchbook every day. Lately, I want to experiment more with color and painting and how it flows on paper. But the problem I also have is wanting to create a piece that is emotionally moving and dynamic and utilizes like glowing effects and things like that. But I also want an excuse to try out the new art supplies I've accrued. But mostly I really want to experiment more. So while this painting isn't particularly exciting, it was relaxing and different for me. As an artist in a world of social media, you feel a lot of pressure to only put out your best work seemingly endlessly. And for me, at least, that's not how I function or how I want to function. There's nothing wrong with wanting to beat out a new work every day, but there shouldn't be anything wrong with taking your time to figure out what it is you actually want in your artwork. And I'll talk about this more in a later video eventually, but I've been having some issues keeping a consistent style with my work. This was never a problem for me, like, ever. I think it might be due to the fact that I've been trying out all sorts of different mediums all at the same time, and I feel pretty lost when it comes to nailing down what my quote-unquote style is. I hope you guys can bear with me. I do still intend to keep drawing and painting every week, that's not a problem. It's just keeping things in a consistent style is going to be very challenging, especially since I want to have the freedom to practice and experiment with my artwork. I am done with my tiny rant for the day. I let the watercolor dry, then I proceeded to create a digital copy, so I will talk with you in a second.
Alright, it's time to make this digital.
And here is what I did with my stand-in drawing. It is not perfect, but I just want to say that I absolutely admire digital artists who can utilize this kind of glow effect. Of course, they don't do it like I did. I utilized a lot of the blending modes here on Clip Studio Paint. A lot of the artists that I like to follow, at least that I'm not aware of, they don't seem to really use the blending modes. I just think they know how to oversaturate color to make their art look like it's glowing, at least to my knowledge. I could be wrong, but I was just having fun. I wanted to try out the different blending modes because I'm still definitely learning how to do art digitally. Actually, I just learned something the other day about how to work with vectors. I've worked with vectors a little bit before for line art, but some of the stuff that I learned was very interesting and helpful for future videos. But anyway, I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to stick around and see more art-related videos, I would totally appreciate if you would subscribe. And remember to draw what you love and love what you draw.